I did my human rights internship at an organization called Kakampi in the Philippines. So it was just outside of Manila in Quezon City in a small neighborhood called Marikina. And it was working with the families that were left behind by migrant workers. So moms and dads who left the country in order to do domestic work or to do manual labor in the Middle East. What happened to the families that are left behind and the grandparents that have to take care of those kids. And so the human rights internship allowed me to actually work directly with the kids and work directly with advocates on the ground who are trying to make sure that laws were supportive of people who had to go abroad, make sure that their remittances were being used well when they came back home, but also to make sure that the economy in the Philippines was strong so that people didn't always have to leave their neighborhoods and leave their families. And so, thinking about how do we apply human rights lens to what's going on, but also to make sure that the organizing that's being done, that the laws and the policies that people are trying to change are right, and that people on the ground, people who are affected, are actually part of that decision making. Actually, when I was in college, I was really involved in the immigrant rights movement that was kind of bubbling up here in Chicago. And I had to ask myself questions, how is it that people come to migrate? Why is it that they have to leave their homes? And I wanted to investigate that question, not only here in the United States, but abroad. And I'm Filipino American. My own parents decided that they could find better opportunity here in the United States. So I wanted to ask that question, what's going on in the Philippines that people feel like they have to leave? So really was working with the Human Rights program to look at migrant organizations in the Philippines to say, where could I investigate this question, not only with policymakers, but people who, like mayors of towns, local leadership, and families, to figure out why they made the decisions that they did. So when I came back from the Philippines and doing the human rights internship, I realized this is my vocation. This is the work that I was going to do for the rest of my life. And I actually decided that I needed to do that here in the United States, where I know the language the best, I know the political system, and that I understand how to make change. I had to figure out how to make change here in the United States. And so actually, just a few months after I came back from the Philippines, I found this great job at the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights. And I've basically been a part of the immigrant rights movement here in the United States for the past 10 years. I think without the human rights internship, I would not have been able to go to the Philippines in order to work for an organization. I actually worked there for 5 months. And it was because of the internship and the stipend that I was able to have for that time there that I got real experience and that I was able to stay a little bit longer and actually contribute to the organization. I'm here for the 15-year anniversary because so many other people in my cohort for the internship and people I met who were involved in the human rights program are people with my values. They were interested in making sure that the things that we learned in the classroom were actually taken into the real world. And I have several friends and people that I've continued to work with that I met through this program and through the internship. And that's invaluable. That is a network of people who are going to continue to go out into the world and change it.